What's up guys, Joe here. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with another episode of T-Mobile Bianchi here on PCM 2020, and we have the final episode here in season 1. I cannot wait to get into this. So looking at the calendar, we are in the 20th of September and we have the World Championships just around the corner, also the Tour of Croatia, as well as a couple other races, and then we're into season 2. So without hesitation, let's jump into the World Championships, and we're in Switzerland for the time trial, and we have the likes of Van Aert, Stefan Kung, Rowan Dennis, Dumoulin, Ganna of course, as well as the favourites. And you can see we are managing Switzerland, so we do have one of the main favourites, Stefan Kung. Not a T-Mobile rider, but would be fun to win with him nonetheless. We're also going to bring Stefan Bissegger, 22-year-old, for of course T-Mobile. Mara Schmid will miss out. Here we go then, Stefan Bissegger of T-Mobile Bianchi getting underway, and we have a +3 day on home soil, of course, in Switzerland. This should be a good race. Hopefully we can perform here. Thus far, Jos van Emden is leading the race, but at the first split it is Lawson Craddock with the best time. Let's see how Bissegger is getting on. We're well down, but we do have a bit of energy. Let's put this to 75, and we have Victor Campenes chasing us down. Here we go then, coming towards the second time check. Campenes still behind Bissegger, so we're riding pretty strongly. Hopefully we're inside the top 20 or top 15, and we are indeed 15th place. We have Kelderman up the road. Can we maybe try and push towards the Dutchman? So Dumoulin gets underway. We have the big boys getting underway because Stefan Kung getting underway, but a terrible day, -3 day for Kung. I'll put him to 75, but can't see us winning with this race day. But to the other end of the race, Bissegger coming into the final kilometre. Right now, I'm aiming for a top 10 provisionally right here, maybe even better. Let's push this to 85, 90, and we are done right here. Almost caught Kelderman, kept Campenes behind pretty well, and we're 4th place for now. A great time for Bissegger. Campenes takes the best time though. So everyone now out on course. We have Ganna, Dennis and Van Aert, the only 3 riders behind Stefan Kung. And look at this, still Lawson Craddock has the best time at that first time check, but Stefan Kung nowhere to be seen, down in 17th position. Campenes still holding the best time for now. We will see Van Aert across the line, and he goes 8th for now. Further behind him, Rowan Dennis, where does he go? 2nd place, tied with Craddock. Dennis apparently on a pretty good day, and you can see Ganna seems to be a long way down right here. I'm going to put it forward just to see where Ganna is, and he's a minute down already. Terrible time so far by Ganna. So you can see Dumoulin looking pretty good, 3rd at the second time split. Kung about to hit that split as well. Where can we go right here? We're still in 14th place, 1 minute 27 down. Not a good day for Stefan Kung, sadly, on home soil. And Van Aert is still 8th position. But behind him, Rowan Dennis, and he takes the best time for now. It seems to me Dennis is set to be the world champ. You can see how far Ganna is. Still 2.5k to go to that time check. So we will see Tom Dumoulin across the line right here. Can he beat Victor Campenes? He goes 2nd, 7 seconds behind the Belgian man. You can see Kung doesn't have too long left right here. We'll put him to 75 into that final kilometre, up to 80, maybe 78. Let's go 80 to the line, and 99 to the finish for Kung. Can we set a good time? 6th place, only just ahead of Bissegger. Bissegger still hanging around in that top 10, but Campenes has the best time for now. Can Wout van Aert take it from him? No, he can't. Only 6th for Van Aert, but Rowan Dennis across the line, and he takes the win and the rainbow bands yet again. We definitely hoped for more today, 8th and 10th place, but Bissegger can be very happy with that performance. And by the way, we have had La Vuelta a España finish, and Steven Kruijswijk takes the win ahead of Carapaz and Simon Yates, somehow on the same time right there. So we head to our final stage race of the season, and we're in Croatia. Taking a quick look at the stages ahead, you can see right here, stage 4 is the decisive stage in the GC. mostly flat with some short hills otherwise. So coming to the race for our team, we have Giovanni Aliotti alongside Schoenberger, Fabro, and Antonio Taburi, who is developing very nicely now with 72 mountain. That is our mountain squad. Then we have Alessandro Covi, Marcus Burkhardt, and Giga Horvat also taking part. So Giga Horvat actually does return to racing today following his lengthy injury layoff. So let's try and celebrate by putting him in today's breakaway. So we have made the breakaway right here, and I think it is a decent opportunity to check the start list at this race. Very briefly, we have the likes of Gegenhardt and Amador. We have Reichenbach here, Chavez, Masnada. Okay, so we have a pretty strong start list, it must be said. So we do have this intermediate sprint coming up. I am going to try and take these points with Horvat right here. Attack early on the right hand side of the roads. Can we take it? Paschens is a very good sprinter, but Horvat on a great day takes those points and a few bonus seconds as well. Okay, so it has been Welny working pretty much the entire way so far in the breakaway, and finally those two teammates are done and we have Paschens up the roads. We do now have this intermediate sprint as well. I want to take these points again if possible with Giga Horvat. But looking here, we do have some attacks going off the front. Let's try and take the points right now. And the seconds with Horvat. We are one of the better sprinters in this group, but Paschens nabs it ahead of us. And I think we ended up third behind Louvel as well. Here we go then, going for the sprint. Yet again, we're not in the best position, but let's try and go on the right-hand side with Horvat right here. We've got the jump on these guys and we're going to take those points very nicely with Giga. Can we continue pushing on? These guys, I think, are going to catch us. Let's just wait up for them right here. So 23k to go. We're going to be caught in this breakaway. Let's sit up and focus on some kind of sprint. So we now have about 8 kilometers to go. We do have a train with Covi and Horvat, who probably will be sprinting for us here, despite being out front in the breakaway all day, simply because we have no real other sprinters at this race, which I've done on purpose to try and take the GC instead. But 6k to go right now. Burkhardt in a very good position. I think we can use everyone's gels as well. Let's go up to 75. I'd quite like to try something with Marcus Burkhardt. You know what? Let's try that right now. Can Burkhardt go up the road? Let's just go 99 to the line. But those guys follow pretty comfortably right there. So Burkhardt can now sit up. Covi up to 99. You can see Mitchelton Scott's going very early on the left-hand side. Covi can sprint with 2k to go. And it's going to be very, very difficult for us here. But Horvat going for the line in the final. Giga Horvat going for the line, but we've gone way too early. And Daryl Impey takes the first stage of the Cro Race. And Horvat in seconds. What a performance after being in the breakaway all day long here. On to stage 2 then. And today we're heading into splits and plenty of hills. A super long stage again. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to try and go in the breakaway again. Maybe we can go with a couple of riders today. So I'll attack with Covi as well as Schoenberger. Let's see if they allow this to take place. So everyone is seemingly not happy for Covi or any breakaway really to go up the road. Let's try one more time with Schoenberger. Otherwise we'll keep everyone in the peloton today. So we finally managed to get a gap on the peloton behind, as you see up the road in the breakaway. And you can see we have Mendes, Ocean, Quadrado, Caesar, Veloso and Schoenberger up the roads. What am I seeing right here? I didn't believe this was the case. Of course, Horvat came second. So we're currently in the leader's jersey with Horvat. I assume because we're in the break that and the break were caught, we wouldn't be in the leader's jersey, but Giga Horvat currently holding the lead of the race. How did I miss this? So we have a similar situation to the previous stage where Porto's helper is done, so these guys are going to have to try and work together. Let's try and work with these guys. Why not with Schoenberger? I'll put him to 75 and maybe we can try and attack on that hill. So you can see the peloton quickly chasing down this group up the road. So very little chance of victory right now. We are now approaching this climb, which I was going to consider attacking on with Schoenberger. Very short climb. Let's try something. Just try and push the tempo over the top, if nothing else. But everyone's still here. Probably worth focusing on the peloton then. So you can see it is Alpes and Phoenix setting all the tempo right here as we approach the final. We do have this big downhill. So if we come into this section in the lead, maybe this breakaway do still have an opportunity to take the stage win. So I think Ozian is the best sprinter in this group. No one really can sprint in this breakaway group. So Schoenberger, can we try and attack away? The tempo is just too high for that right now. And we have just 20 seconds back to the peloton with now 9 kilometers left. Desperate times for the breakaway with Schoenberger. Can we maybe just try everything right here to get away? But we're not going to. Schoenberger is going to be caught right here with 6k to go. Heartbreak for the breakaway after being out front for 234 kilometers to be precise. But now Burkhardt up to 87. We do have Hugo Horvath in the leader's jersey, so we can now go up to 90 with Burkhardt. We do have some hills right here, so we need to be very, very careful. Covey really is my leader today. I'm just trying to keep Horvath in the best position. In fact, we can try the late switch, can we? Oh, maybe a bad idea, maybe a very bad idea. Let's try and go right now with Burkhardt up to 99. Sprint with everyone. We've messed this up absolutely terribly. We're not going to take the stage win, and it's going to be a 1-2, is it, for Ineos? Ben Swift takes the stage with ease. I messed that up in the final absolutely horribly, but we do, I think, keep the leader's jersey. Let's see. Horrible finish there from me, but Horvath still in the lead of the race, and we're actually in the lead of all the competitions, all the individual competitions here with Hugo Horvath. So we have now reached the World Championships, and we have a pretty mountainous course right here, where Fuglsang, Alaphilippe, Dumoulin, Roglic, Pinot are the favourites. We have Vlasov here as well, developing into a very strong rider, as you see. Again, we're controlling Switzerland, where the young phenom Mark Hirschi will be our leader today. But we also have Marza and Pello from our squad, Dillier and Frank here as well. So you can see our race days right here. Not the best, sadly, but Pello can do the job of protecting Mark Hirschi. Such a strong rider, as we know. Maybe even Hirschi could join T-Mobile at some point, dare I say it. That would be an absolute dream. We're just going to keep our guys in this group though. So we've had a massive fight for the breakaway here, and you can see the guys currently up the road. We have Yoni Brandao for Portugal. Love to see him at the World Champs, but yeah, such a tough chase, and these guys look very tired already. So we've had a couple ascents of this climb already, and you can see we still have 93 riders in this group. France working for Julian Alaphilippe, and the 8 riders in that breakaway are still up the road as Pello says goodbye to his teammates for the day. And guys, if we're cheering for anyone that isn't on our team, it's Gianni Moscon, because he is of course joining our team next year. So if he joins in the Rainbow Bands, that wouldn't be a bad thing, I don't think. So then 3 more ascents of this climb to go, as we have a few attacks. We have Costa, Youngles and Peo Bilbao going off the front. Not to worry though, let's just take position again. We're not going to push the tempo at all. We're going to play it defensively, because of course Hirschi, not the best pure climber, but if he can get over these climbs, he has a good kick and a very good downhill as well. So that is our tactic. You can see we're also protecting Marder, and let me tell you, if Marder's there in the final, we will be going for Gino Marder. So the tempo has been upped right here, and you can see on the front we have Hugh Carthy of Team GB trying to bring in Rui Costa, who is ahead solo, and we do now have some splits right here. So Italy have a few guys behind. We have Ulysses, Nibli, Kwiatkowski, Dan Martinez. These guys should come back on, I believe, but plenty of splits now in these groups if we scroll back. So then approaching this climb for the penultimate occasion, we have had an attack. This time it's Bob Youngles on the attack. Fuglsang and Roglic trying to get away unsuccessfully. Again, let's play it defensively, rely on other teams for now. Youngles, no real danger. But now we have some explosive moves. Okay, we really need to be careful right here. Marder's going to have to go to 92. Hirschi to 90 with Yates. Roglic, Fuglsang trying to get away. All of our guys to 92 actually, as Fuglsang kicks again at the front. We've been caught out of position. Marder struggling just to stay here, and so is Hirschi even on 92. Let's just try and stay to the front of this group, as Dillier seems done now. So over the top of this climb, Hirschi doing his best to stay with the very front of the race, and we're just about doing that right here. We have 2 riders up the road. Let's see who we've got right here. We have Fuglsang and Alaphilippe, who have a gap of around 15 seconds of this group behind. Marza doesn't seem like he's going to contend for this year's World Champs, at least as Dillier and Youngles fall right ahead of us. A shame right there. Let's concentrate on Hershey though in this elite group. So I think Alaphilippe and Fulsang are going to be caught. We have Toons, Yates, Kelderman, Nibali, Kwiato, Schachmann, Vlasov is here with Roglic, Hershey, Pinot, Dumoulin, Yates and Tony Gallopin having a good race as well. I think Marza is going to be stuck behind. Let's see if these guys can come back on. We have Valverde, Quintana, Kemna in this group behind. So Fulsang and that group have now been caught. Let's just try and conserve energy ahead of this final climb. So France still have Pinot and Alaphilippe sat in the wheels as Gallopin doing the work for them. I'm not sure if Hershey is going to be strong enough today to stay with the guys at the very front. But of course, we're going to give it a go. So here we go, Schachmann and Vlasov attacking early on this climb. Hershey, I don't think quite has the power to follow straight away. We'll try and go to 95. Fulsang is here. I'll try and jump in the Dane's wheel actually. And Schachmann, a massive attack. Hershey isn't going to get over this climb, it would seem, as Kwiato blows up right ahead of us. And I think we're going to do the same any second right now. So as we approach the top of this climb, we have Vlasov, Yates, Alaphilippe, Schachmann and Nibali cracks right here. You can see Hershey has been dropped and we're going to collapse before the top of this climb, sadly. Fulsang won't be the rainbow jersey wearer this year. Dumoulin trying to hold on, and we now have 6 riders at the front of the race as Nibali getting dropped. So over the top of this climb, we have Yates, Alaphilippe, Roglic, Vlasov, and can Schachmann hold on? And that is pretty crucial right here because Schachmann is over the climbs and he is a genuine threat to Alaphilippe in this sprint. So then the leaders of the World Championship road race come into the final 5k right here. Hershey won't be contending. He can sit up probably at 62 to the line. And I think Schachmann and Alaphilippe are the favourites. We have Roglic with a decent kick. Dumoulin and Nibali, probably Yates as well, are going to struggle, I think, in this final. Let's keep an eye on Alaphilippe and Schachmann in particular as we have the finish line up ahead. Yates at the front for now. Looks like he may be the man to lead things out right here. I'm looking at Alaphilippe. I'm looking at Maxi Schachmann. Alaphilippe blocked by Dumoulin. Schachmann coming through. Maxi Schachmann is the world champion, beating Alaphilippe. Roglic gets the bronze medal. And I think Dumoulin really did hamper Alaphilippe's chances today, whilst Hershey will finish in a respectable 10th position. Well, I said he was a danger, and Maxi Schachmann beats Julian Alaphilippe, and the German at 25 years old becomes the new world champion. And our best finisher, Gino Marza, in 21st, a very respectable result. So back to reality at the Cro Race, and we have a pretty hilly final. Let's see if this will be for the sprinters. So with no points or sprints available here, we'll keep everyone in the peloton focused on trying to retain this jersey with Giga Horvat. So we've had a pretty straightforward day so far, but for now, I'm going to try and put some riders right to the front of the peloton and set a pretty hard tempo because you can see these hills coming up very major percentages in those climbs, and we're going to try and drop some of the other riders, in particular the purer sprinters. So this is working pretty well as we've got over a bunch of climbs and we have 19 riders behind right here, including some fairly strong riders. I can see Maison, who I think beat Ackman in real life at the German champs in a sprint, so he's clearly a capable sprinter. But yeah, we are dropping some riders at least. So Burkhardt is done. 100 riders still in this group, but hopefully we will see the dividends for dropping some of these guys, and hopefully we can at least keep the jersey today with Giga Horvat and look at these riders struggling to get back on, with some even getting dropped. Even Elie Gesper, a very good climber. I think that's Sebastian Hanau as well. Okay, then we have 9k to go in this one. 83 riders remaining in this group. You can see I'm bringing Fabre to the front of the peloton. You will see why in just a moment. 8k to go at this stage. So Schoenberger can go up to 90, 95, 99 right here. And Matteo Fabre on the attack here in Croatia. The rest of our guys just try and stay in this group if at all possible. Maintain position up to 95, and Fabro not really getting the leads I hoped over that climb, but he can tempo at 90. But Theo Gegenhardt, very, very strong. Looks like he's going to be brought in. And so that means we're going to have to change up our strategy. Aliotti to the front at 95. Can he get there? Even 99 for Gio Aliotti. We have a downhill to the line. Everyone can use their gels. Horvat is struggling. He is going to collapse right here. So I think we can just sprint with everyone else. Covey trying to go for the line. Now Weiss is coming early. Can Covey take it in a sprint in the final? We'll follow him, come out from his wheel, but we're not going to have it. And Jonathan Narvaez with a very nice win. And it's a 1-2 for Ineos right here. I think Horvat will keep the jersey, hopefully, because Sparagli beat Impey to third position. So like I said, 1-2 for Ineos, and we do lose that jersey because Ben Swift is now the wearer of that leader's jersey. Horvat now second as well in the youth classification. Onto the Queen stage of the race, and the likes of Ivan Sosa, Esteban Chavez are our competition today. Let's see if we can challenge those guys. Okay, so Fabro and Aliotti on great days right here, so I will just protect those guys. Horvat on a -5 after losing the leader's jersey, but let's just protect our guys, stay in the peloton, I think, and focus on the climbs. And looking at the current situation, we do have a big group of 16 riders up the road right here, including some fairly decent climbers. We have Flores, Carrasero, that is Rivera as well, Kevin Rivera, very good climber as well. So a dangerous group up the roads. We are currently enduring an absolutely mega tempo. Daryl Impey setting it. That dangerous break have just been caught just like that. And look at how many riders are just going out the back one by one. We have Fabro, Aliotti, Schoenberger, and Taberi, but even those guys really struggling with this tempo. My 1.5k to go. Fausto Masnada is attacking for CCC. Of course, he has joined Quickstep now in real life, but let's just take position here. Try and keep Fabro and Aliotti here over the top. 38 riders in this group. You can see the guys out the back, Taberi and Schoenberger now among them. So those guys did just make it back on. Now 68 riders in this group. We do have this intermediate sprint. I don't think I'm going to go for it, simply because we need to save energy for that final climb. Look at this, 18k at 7.2%. Here we go then, 17.2 kilometers to go. You can see Impey again on the front of this group. We have Geschke working for teammates, showing just how strong this race is. Volta here, Hertz and Masnada as well for CCC. Again, let's just take position on 75 for now. 9.1k to go. Schoenberger is now going out the back. Taberi already gone as well. And let's try and move up to the front of this group with Aliotti, but our energy not looking good at all. Mikel Nieve looking very tired. Here we go then. The race explodes as Fausto Masnada on the attack for CCC. Ivan Sosa and Pozzo Vivo, the only men to follow at this stage. And I'm just going to stay in this group behind. Not really up to us. We're not one of the favourites for this one, as Pozzo cannot keep with that rhythm at all right here. Masnada though looking very good as Sosa is done. So maybe Aliotti looking pretty good if Sosa already done. And Masnada is caught. He's looking very tired as well. Let's try and keep Fabro around for as long as possible, so we will sit up pretty much at the front of the race. Look how stretched out this group is. So 3.8k to go in this one, and Fabro still here on the front helping out Aliotti. We do have that black section of gradient. You can see it looking very, very difficult. So really, I'm trying to save my energy for that section of climbing coming up. I will try and follow any attacks with 2.5k to go, but we're about to get very, very, very steep indeed. Fabro, what a job by him today, as Aliotti can now go to around 84. Let's try it. Use his gel. Fabro is done for the day, and here we go. Look at this percentage right here. A massive percentage, over 11, 12, over 17% right now. Aliotti just trying to tempo on the front at 84. We're doing a pretty good job of it as well. Can we maybe go up to 95? Hamilton here, Dunbar here, but Aliotti is going to try and sprint for the line right now. Rivera is coming, but Aliotti, I believe, is going to win the stage. What a win ahead of Rivera. Hamilton in third. We have Diakantana, Fernandez, Chavez all finishing behind. So the day we lose the leader's jersey at the race, Aliotti comes through to take the win at the Cro Race, and you can see we now have that beautiful leader's jersey back in T-Mobile colours. Quick look then at the full results. Sosa, very disappointing indeed. Chavez, you could say so as well, in 6th place, but we are not complaining at all right here. And by the way guys, I think I forgot to mention it, but they do want stage wins at the Cro Race, so there you go. Job delivered. Can we add to that in the final 2 stages? Up next then we do have the team time trial, and this could be our Achilles heel today. Let's hope not. We are on the favourites list, so hopefully we can maybe stay in that leader's jersey. So our TT gets underway, and we actually have some decent days here. Fabro, a massive day. He is going to pull on the front for as long as possible at the maximum effort to try and work for Aliotti. Doesn't matter if Fabro drops now because he is not our GC leader. Aliotti on a good day. We also have the likes of Tiberi, who is a very good time trialist. Look at this man's development so far this year. Some absolutely brilliant attributes, as you can see. So then we approach this first time check. How are we getting on? Okay, I didn't expect that. I hoped we were doing well. It seems we're doing well because we're catching the team ahead, but 51 seconds clear of Groupama, FDJ, unreal stuff. So we continue on towards that second time check, and we do have some more teams coming across that first time split, and even Ineos 35 seconds behind T-Mobile Bianchi. Okay, we're approaching this second time split. I am worried we're going to lose some riders before the finish, despite a kind of downhill. So I've put a few guys to 95 just to try and conserve a little energy right here. Covey can go to 99 over the top of this climb as we overtake Androni. Actually, unreal stuff by us. They seem to be really coming apart right there over the top, but Covey down to 95. Let's try and keep all these guys together into the final 10k right now, and you can see our lead still looking very, very good. So 6k to go. This is maybe the most enjoyable team time trial I have done on PCM. Fabro is now done for the day. He's about to get dropped, so we do need to be very, very careful with our energy. We can't really have any more riders drop. Covey can try and do a pull in the front. Tiberi as well. Let's put him to 99. He has the energy for that. All of these guys can now go back up to 99 right here. Aliotti is going to relay on the front. Covey to the back. Maybe Tiberi to the back now as well. Let's push on now, guys. Right to the end, into the final meters. What a time trial for the team right here. And we finish 53 seconds clear of Porto, but more teams, of course, to finish. Okay, so looking at the time splits, it seems our dream of winning this TT maybe isn't going to come to fruition because we've lost a lot of time to that second split, and NTT coming across the line. They actually do finish behind us, okay, and they were third at that second time split. We are looking out for Ineos now. Back to CCC, and I don't think they're going to challenge us either. 36 seconds down. Here we are, Ineos with Ben Swift as well in their team. They have some very strong riders. Are they going to deny us the victory? Yes, they do by 14 seconds. Heartbreak for our guys. I don't think we could have done much more right there. What an effort by our guys. Seconds, 14 seconds down. And if we take a look at the GC, that does mean we are able to defend Aliotti's GC, and hopefully we can now hold on and win this race. So that certainly does make up for losing out on the stage. Looking ahead then to the final stage into Zagreb, all we need to do, our only goal, is to keep Aliotti in the leads. So we do have an early break of 6 riders right here, the likes of Tobias Ludvigsen in that group. As you see, we've just let them go off the front. So looking at the final right here, we do have some cobbled sectors, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit worried about these sectors. You can see 3-star cobbles Aliotti literally has 52 cobble. This could be a bit more difficult than I'd hoped. So here we go. Aliotti struggling to currently stay with those guys at the front. Oh my word, this is going to be a lot more difficult than I hoped. You can see we have a group of 14 that have now gone off the front. We do have Ben Swift in that group. Burkhardt is going to have to work very hard, give up his own ambitions really to work for Aliotti. Onto the climb again then, and look at Aliotti's energy just go right here. Oh my word, this is going to be absolutely horrible stuff. Aliotti just about staying here on this occasion. Luckily we still have 2 riders out front actually, which is somewhat of a surprise to me. Let's try and follow Ben Swift, I think, with our guys. We can relay on the front at 85 right there, sit up a little bit with Burkhardt. Now 4k to go, just 35 riders at the front. So I think the best tactic here is to just be aggressive. So Antonio Tiberi is going to come to the front. Those guys from the breakaway are now caught. Let's go to 99 with Tiberi. I wonder if this could be Marcus Burkhardt's first win for the team. Let's actually try that right now with Burkhardt. Aliotti just trying to stay here in this same group. We're not going to take the win with Burkhardt. The win goes to Ben Swift, 44 seconds, and Aliotti, I really hope is going to hold on here. So that was slightly more difficult than I hoped, but Ben Swift takes the win ahead of Tiberi. Very strong finish right there on that narrow road, all about positioning. But moving on, Giovanni Aliotti wins the Cro Race. What a win for the Italian, and what a way for us to round out the final stage race of our season. So in addition to that GT win, we win a few other competitions with Aliotti as well. Only the one stage on stage 5, of course, or stage 4, sorry, right there. But that is no issue at all. We win the GC. Well, guys, it's been a long, epic, but super enjoyable season. I have loved this season, and we have one more final race to cover. We have the Sparkassen Münsterland Giro, and it's really a flat cobble classic in Germany, an HC category, so a pretty big race, 240 kilometers. Can we go out with a bang? And if we take a look, it is a big objective for the team. They want a top 10 overall. Hopefully, if nothing else, we can get that top 10. So looking at our squad, we have a couple Germans in Marcus Burkhardt and Rick Zabel. Also Jonas Rutsch, Giga Horvat, Alessandro Covi, Mauro Schmid, and Antonio Tiberi. So then looking at our squad, we don't have any really good race days. Burkhardt on a poor day, Zabel on a very poor day, -2 and -1 days for those guys who really are our leaders today. Rutsch on a -4 as well. So let's just keep our guys in the peloton today. I think that is the best tactic. But looking at the start list, we have the likes of Alex Kristoff here, Tim de Cler is here, but we also have Mark Hershey, we have Dan Oss, and I do also know we also have Caleb Ewan here as well, so he is very dangerous if he gets to the end. So today we have a 12-man breakaway up the road featuring these guys right here, but they don't really have a chance at winning, I don't believe. And my tactics really today, as we approach these hills, are based around playing defensively. We're not going to set any tempo because we're on such bad days. We just need to try and hold on. And if Zabel gets over these climbs, he doesn't really have the best sprint today, of course, 73, down from his usual level, but he should hopefully be able to get us that top 10 if nothing else. So here we have that big cobbled sector, which is going to cause a bunch of issues, and right, we need to refocus here. All our guys just can maintain position, and Zabel is still in this group, so that is perfect. Tiberi did puncture, so his day could be done, at least being at the front of the race. So 50k to go in the Sparkassen Münsterland Giro, and we have 59 riders at the front of the race. Caleb Ewan is still here, so that's probably the win for anyone else out the window, even the likes of maybe Alex Kristoff, who probably was the favourite for me, coming in looking at the start list, but we still have all our guys here, including Zabel, apart from Taburi, who was dropped with that puncture. Okay, so as we approach the final real effort right here, I'm pushing the tempo with Mario Schmid, and you can see we're really reducing the numbers in this group. If we just pace with everyone at 99 momentarily, Schmid actually going off the front. So you know what? We could even sit up with all the rest of our guys, maintain position, and let Schmid try and join those guys at the head of the race. And looking at the sprinters, we still have Philipsen, we still have Caleb Ewan here, among others. Shah and DeBont trying to join that breakaway, but I think we can try and control things a little bit right here. So 18k to go, we still have a very high tempo. Dries DeBont on the attack again. A few guys trying to follow, but DeBont has gone clear solo with 18k to go. Going to be really difficult for any moves like that to really sustain to the line. And Zabel struggling with this tempo, really struggling with this tempo. Hopefully it slows as it's pretty much on a downhill false flat to the line. And look at this is pretty big. Jasper Philipsen has been dropped. Has Caleb Ewan been dropped as well? That would be big. Can't see him right here. So 10k to go in our final race of our first season with T-Mobile Bianchi. I think Zabel is actually going to struggle to sprint for this one due to the current tempo. He's not on a good day, to be fair to him. I mean, look at these minuses. Terrible flat rating, so he's struggling just to keep up with our guys. You can see his heart rate is above Burkhardt and Covey, so maybe Covey is going to be our sprinter. I'll swap these guys for now. Maybe we can try and attack with Marcus Burkhardt too. So let's put Horvath up to 95 very briefly right here, and let's go on the attack with Marcus Burkhardt going for the win in the Münsterland Giro right here. He can pace 90 to the line. Let's go like this. I think we're doing pretty good. We can use our gels. Burkhardt looks like he's going to be caught sadly though. Let's try and sit in the wheels with Covey if we can. Zabel actually looking okay. Burkhardt's going to be caught. Let's go right now to 99 with Covey. Try and sprint. We're going to sprint with Zabel as well in a moment. Can one of our guys go for the win? Zabel versus Bosenhagen, but Edvald Bosenhagen wins the race, and Rick Zabel, what a result in second place. Covey third as well. And where was Christoph and where was Caleb Ewan? So close to rounding out of our season with a win denied by Eddie the Boss. So Caleb Ewan actually struggled across the line. He was done. He had nothing left to give in the sprint, but Christoph will be very disappointed with that result, I believe. We're very happy though with 2 riders on that podium. And so guys, that will round out season 1 of T-Mobile Bianchi. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this first season just as much as I have, and I cannot wait to get into season 2. I think we should be a Conti Pro team, and I'm going to do kind of a season 1 summary and a transition into season 2 kind of standalone episodes where we take a look at the transfers, the rankings and the results, everything else before getting into season 2. So that will be the next episode. And again, I want to say a massive thank you for all of your support on this series so far. It's been maybe my most enjoyable series yet, and we have a long way to go, and I cannot wait to see how our career unfolds. So if you enjoyed, drop a like on the video, tell me what you thought in the comments below, and remember to subscribe to my channel if you're new. I will see you guys in the next one.